Okay, we're going to serve you our numbers soon. But before we do that, there's a lot of people that believe that you really cannot make headway if you're a player in the NPFL. Erroneously, I must admit. The NPFL doesn't pay well enough. You can't survive on the salaries of being a professional in the NPFL. There are many people who actually believe those stories because somebody has told those stories. And you know how people naturally just run with the narrative, and never really go into the nitty-gritty of it. I just want to play something here. This is I've forgotten his name. Was a captain of Plateau United. Yeah? Just listen to what he has to say about being a professional footballer in the NPFL. And this was an interview conducted by my very good friend, Elegbete. Just take a listen. Just listen to this.
I had a lot of people saying that you can't play in the league and have money to maybe buy a house or build a house and maybe own a good car. But I think it's a misconception. Let me use that word. Because for some of us, I know that's why earlier on I said I know what I've achieved. I have a very big house. I also have I'm a proud landlord. That at least I have my tenants, and not only one house. I think the second one, by the special grace of God, I will soon finish that one. And I know the achievement I still have on ground, like maybe plots of land and others. So if we are in the league, definitely, I need for some of us, even if we don't go to Europe, we have achieved a lot in Nigerian league. So it's all about discipline. When you discipline yourself, what you have, at least definitely you will get it right. Proudly, I sponsor my wife. My wife is a nurse and she's doing well now. So it's all I sponsor her with football money, Nigerian Premier League money. So definitely when you are disciplined, I think we don't need to go to Europe. I had a lot of people.
Okay, so having heard that, this is for the budding football player who ultimately thinks that you can only be successful, if you go to play Europe, play football outside of the shores of Nigeria. It's not true. It's not true. It's all about planning. It's all about having a concise definition of what your goal and ambition is. This is the captain of Plateau United. Many of us probably have never seen him play. Probably don't even know of his existence. But here he is, a proud owner of 2 houses, plots of land, and training his wife who's a nurse. All from NPFL salary as a footballer in this country.
But some of the NPFL players earn a lot of money. At least there was the story of a player who earned about $1 million every month. In a year, that's 12 million plus or minus bonuses. 12 million naira in Nigeria in a year. That's good money. That's good money. The average Nigerian doesn't earn that much. Doesn't earn half of that in a year. So I don't think, except you've done the research on every single player. There's a period when some clubs, at least the big clubs, the Aimbars, the Rivers United, were paying top naira for top players.
Yeah, but we know that Plateau United is not one of the highest paying teams in the NPFL.
This guy can
so it's all about planning.
Yeah.
It's all about management. Yeah. It's all about knowing what your goals and ambitions are.
I think many of them don't have the knowledge, the general knowledge of saying, get a financial manager, get a financial advisor. Well, because everyone just thinks, okay, I earn a lot of money. What do I need to do? Buy cars, buy this? No. I think you have a financial
That's the
planner.
thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You want to drive the latest Mercedes. You want to be like the Joneses.
Yes, you want to go to the
You
club.
want to show off to, Tunde and Ikechukwu that I don't arrive.
Forget.
At the end of the day, it's all about, there's a friend of mine who used to call it, I've used that phrase before, I can't remember it now. Delayed gratification.
Yeah.
Delayed gratification. Yeah. I have a brother-in-law, yeah? Used to work at Shell. Many years worked at Shell. Do you know the biggest car that he ever had was a Honda SUV? I'm talking the 2012 model.
The Pilot.
Not the Pilot. Honda
Odyssey.
No, not Odyssey. There's a Honda Jeep now.
My knowledge, I've mentioned the one.
Anyway, 2012 model. and all his friends were splashing the cash, just doing different, going abroad with their kids. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Like you said, delayed gratification.
But it's about delayed gratification. And right now he's reaping the fruits of all of that. Now he's got the biggest job I can even imagine at the age of 60-something. But he just waited. Look, his priority was giving his kids the very best education to the best schools in the world. Like I said, you can make something of wherever it is that you are, whatever it is that you're doing. It's all about planning, to be honest. It's all about planning, So when Femi and Shegun talk about me driving one kind of particular motor,
we see your own. We're seeing your own now. As one of them, back in the day, I used to hear that I used to drive a Porsche. I don't know where these guys bring these stories from. But
it's not a lie, actually. Yes, but it didn't last long.
Wow, you really
it didn't last long because a kind of car, man. You need huge funds to maintain a car like that.
So the rumor was true.
Well,
you see, you see. People of the world, people, wherever you are, we're not lying. Now you see.
What do you mean? Like but you plan for certain things. You plan for certain things.
We've always said here that you are mid.
I'm not.
You are mid.
I'm not.
And then
I'm not. Look. If I am made, I would not be waking up at 4:30 in the morning every day to come to Lagos Talks.
It's your passion.
That's not.
Passion. It's your passion.
You know that. Come on, a made man doesn't wake up at 4:30.
No, you've been doing it for years.
All the Motedola, they wake up at 12 in the afternoon. Their money is already. The catching is for every second. There's money in the account.
It is what you love. This is what you love.
No. If what I love is me owning my own and employing you and Shegun.
Oh man, I'm a worker. As long as if I'm going to aspire to Porsche, you're living a Porsche.
There's Porsche and there's Porsche.
That's sweet, man.
There's Porsche and there's Porsche.
Those Porsche you drive.
Okay, let's move on.
What color was the car?
It was silver at the time.
Oh, wow. Nice.
It was silver at the time.
Nice.
But it didn't last long.
You're doing some good cars, your lifetime.
I like cars, Femi. I have two things that really is a fetish for me: cars and my shoes. Two things for me that really make me happy. I like to drive if I have a good car, I can drive from here to the UK. If I have a good car. And I made a promise to myself one time that, I would make sure that I would always get a car that I'm happy with. I remember back in the days, my days at DBN, yes, my father passed on and left behind this very pretty Mazda RX-7. I don't know if you guys know the RX-7, Mazda RX-7, where the lights come up in front, So I inherited the car, and when I inherited the car, I was in very good shape, but because I was earning pittance at DBN, I couldn't maintain the motor. One problem after the other. I was with my wife now, who was my girlfriend then. We're going to the island, and it started to rain. Started to rain heavily, And I was just as wet as those people who were standing outside at the bus stop waiting for transport.
No, why not?
Because the car was freaking leaking from everywhere.
Ooh.
It was leaking from everywhere. And at some point, it would stop. I would have to, do something to get... I made a promise to myself then and there that, look, anytime it rains, I'm going to get myself a good car. And anytime there's heavy rain, I will go out in the rain and drive. Just to prove a point to that Renault that you cannot defeat me more than one time. That was a promise I made to myself.
And then that's how the Porsche was born.
Okay, people. Good. I hope someone is not upset that we took some time talking about, Okay, cool. So here are numbers for today. 0809-234-5913 for WhatsApp and voice notes. And then we've got 0809-191-3913. Yes, those are the only two numbers functional.
No, there's also 01515-0913 or 01515-1913. You can also send us a message on Twitter, by the way, at LagosTalks913, at SportsZone913.